leaders plant trees that they know they will never sit under the shade of those trees. So that at the end of the day, you create even if you cannot attain egalitarianism, you feature it.
A holistic society.
Yes, you try to balance a system so that when you treat people equal and you allow the institution to be strengthened, then you have issues that even when it's your turn, you also share in that fair, fair judgment.
Okay, with this political influence now you talked about, can our democracy strive with this influence of politics in our institution and also accountability? Because why wait when is out of power or when is against the present administration before taking action? Why not take immediate action when the crime was committed? So are we looking at a situation whereby politics, the level of politics in our institution has gone way over the scale that we cannot contain until we are now enemies, then we now revoke institution for accountability and independence?
I think if people feign ignorance to say that they have not seen those who have been accused of corrupt practices, who decamp to ruling government and are forgiven, then we'll be pretending we are not ready to solve the Nigerian problem. There are a lot of politics when it comes to the management of the agency, and it's as a result of the appointing authority, because people see the appointing authority as their benefactor. Somebody who appointed me to head an institution has helped my family. Even if you want to make attempt, they say his wife will complain. This is the man that helped you, that give you appointment. Why not do what they want? So these are the challenges. We need to redesign, rearrange, and bring a new architectural framework to how these agencies are being structured and are being run. And those who are appointed to those places, who is to appoint them? Do we allow judiciary as a whole, just like the National Judicial Council sit and appoint these heads? Or we allow the 2/3 of the National Assembly to publish 10 names, go through the process of public participation in the system, public debate, and then arrive at one person and then put it there, so that we don't have one man appointing somebody who is the chairman of ESCC, appointing somebody who is the chairman of ICPC. What you talked about anti-corruption, I look at a lot of other cases. Even if you look at the bail conditions, yes, the bail is at the discretion of the judge, of the court. But if you look at the kind of bail conditions,
200 million naira, the house in the GRA,
and you never go to a point to say that a king, a chieftain, a traditional leader from Kaduna has to approve. And you know that these traditional leaders are actually political. No, it's the appointing process that is a problem. They can be sacked by the governor. Our traditional institution has been bastardized, so they no longer have autonomy to be able to say, look, as a first-class traditional ruler, I must be able to do this because it's at the interest of my people. But today, a local government chairman can write a query and remove a traditional ruler. So these are the challenges of our tradition. So before that kind of thing was imposed, they knew that the governor will call the traditional ruler not to make an attempt, and they won't be able to do that in trying to put the person behind bars for a long time. Yes, what is happening to Erufa is we need to have fairness in the administration of our legal procedures. If you think that the man is guilty, treat him, in a way that you have alleged, that is guilty, and you allow the court to take its full, cycle of adjudicating on this matter and arriving at this conclusion where the man's lawyers will present their facts, you will present yours, and the decision will be there, because the onus lies on those who are accusing him to prove before the court that yes. So the challenge we have right now is that this is a political. So El-Rufai too. I'm not a great supporter of El-Rufai because I know what he did while he was power. Yes, when he was power too, and that's why we tell people, leaders plant trees that they know they will never sit under the shade of those trees.